Church was a little bit hectic today. I feel like junk from this weekend. It's been rough. And I'm running out of time on my phone. I've got to get some editing done. So what am I doing? Not editing, of course. I worked the computer. I organized art getting switched out. Worked on some projects I've got going on. Stopped at HEB afterward. I feel like garbage. Everybody can tell. Everybody can tell that I am a mess. So I got home. I made sure that my parents don't need me to do anything complicated or important for today or tomorrow. And I took a muscle relaxer. Try to help with the pain. I'm very relaxed now. Though my neighbors have been playing Tejano music for all day. Like since I got home from church. I've been snacking, but my dad made some burgers on the grill. This is American cheese, light Miracle Whip, diet bread, and some onion. And I'm also having some diet green tea with citrus flavor. And I'm watching season 4 of Game of Thrones. Still haven't managed to get editing done, but I did manage to take a break because, man, those muscle relaxers won't let me get anything done. I watched a lot of TV, and the jerkwad child, I guess, probably decided to show up and pound on my bedroom wall again. This time it was hard enough to shake my inversion table. Last time they knocked the painting down off the wall. I've been looking at some lights to put up on these walls outside. Solar powered, battery operated, don't have to run any wires, just put them up. There's also motion activated garden sprinkler. There's 2 parking spots, right? Side by side between this wall and the road. There's no accidentally getting close enough to the house to pound on the wall. It's not possible. Which means this is harassment. So I just gotta make sure it's not worth their while to do that. And with the lights in the correct place. I'll start wearing my shoes late into the evening. And the minute anybody pounds on my wall, zip out the door. I'll be able to spot you, and I'll be able to follow you home, and I'll be able to, let law enforcement know what you've been doing and where you live. Now, if I get a garden sprinkler as well, you'll also be getting sprayed with cold water. So, I mean, that's not the meanest thing I could think of. Meanest thing I could think of involved paintball equipment. That stuff hurts. It's also terrible to try to wash it out. And anyway, I think lights and a sprinkler would be a better bet to start off with anyway. But I'll think on that. My day is going just fine. I went and ordered a $20 set of motion detector lights that will essentially stick onto the outside of the house. Super cheap. But if anybody comes to pound on the wall again, lights. And they'll only activate when somebody is actually messing around too close to the house anyway. So that's fine by me. It's a pretty strong deterrent. Although, my goodness, would I love to just sneak around and follow after them. Go bang on their front door and tell their parents to get them under control. I'm not going to be able to put up with this for long, that is for certain. I've gotten no editing done today. I meant to do that. I didn't do much anything today. I watched the most recent episode of House of the Dragon. That was neat. The whole Harrenhal angle was neat. Anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna watch. Probably more Game of Thrones, since I'm on my rewatch. Although somebody mentioned tigers, putting a tiger pit under my window, and of course my brain went Carol Baskin, so I may need to do like a fourth rewatch of Tiger King. Just got done making dinner. A special request from John. Macaroni and cheese with hot dogs in it. Browned in a separate skillet before I put it into the mac and cheese. And we're out of milk, so I used a copious amount of butter, which is why it looks plastic, and heavy whipping cream as well. So that's the shine. But so long as it's not gritty, I don't care. And then my children begged and pleaded for sodas, so I picked up sodas between one school and the other, and this is a 0 sugar cherry Coke because the muscle relaxers I took yesterday are still kicking my butt. I feel like a limp noodle. Well, so far tonight, I've not heard any pounding on the wall, but I don't have the lights up yet. They just came today. So, just little motion sensor lights. Solar powered. Good stuff. We had some fun. I had a load of laundry in the washing machine, and then Bruce wound up spilling paintbrush rinse water on his pants. He was absolutely certain he needed to run a load of laundry right away to have the type he needs in shape for his PE class tomorrow. So I said, okay, I moved my stuff, and I've been awake the whole time trying to stay focused, but got my stuff dried and out of the dryer and his stuff in, so that's handled, and should be fine for the morning. I got some editing done. It took me about an hour, which of course also caused me to remember that I was watching the Orville. So after I stopped editing, I've been watching the Orville. But I got a bunch of stuff put away, so that helps. And then tomorrow I've got to bake a cake for somebody's birthday, not somebody who lives here. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go check out a cake pan from the local library because they have a bunch of those, and not all of them are for tiny children. Pretty sure that we have I'm pretty sure there's like trains and construction vehicles, and there's a butterfly, but that one's really hard to do. I'm just thinking like something simple like a star or a flower. That should be fun. That should work out just fine. I'll see what I can find, probably on YouTube, of how to get different colors of frosting to, I don't know, look tie-dyed, blend. I'll figure something out. Although probably I'm just gonna crash and handle it tomorrow. And I am having a day, and it looks like John needs to get a water bottle out of the
passenger side floor. It's been a little bit busy. I went from dropped the boys off slightly late to put some stuff in the church pantry. I ran into someone there who has a personality like a tomboy Dolly Parton, who's really super into gardening. And so of course you gotta chat with this person. That was great. And it's nice to just stop and connect for a minute with friends. Then I went to picked up a prescription. I went to the library. I dropped off Solaris finally because it was overdue, because I'm not perfect and I do try to do better, but sometimes I slip up. Overdue library DVD. Scandalous. That may be the most controversial thing I've said or done all year. I checked out a cake pan. There were several to choose from. There are 2 birthdays today. One is my CIA agent, who does not actually work for the CIA. Please don't come for me on this. And the other is my grandpa, the one who is still living. Now, he doesn't live close enough to be given a cake, but I went all out with this cake. It's a sugar-free cake, except for the sprinkles. I think I did really, really good. I'm going to blur out the name, though, because this person does not want to be on social media. And that's A-okay. Things I did not take into account. The whipped cream topping with the swerve powdered sugar, when pitted firmly against food coloring and a splash of vanilla, man, it tastes good, but it is so soupy. I don't think it's going to keep looking like that. I think it's going to melt even though it's in the fridge. I tried really hard. I tried to keep it super chilled. It was starting to freeze. It was so cold. That food coloring, though, just... In my head, I'm picturing like a little sculpted frog made of wax sitting under a heat lamp. That's how it, yeah. I gotta pick my kids up from school. And I have been listening. I should start putting somewhere in my videos what song I'm listening to on repeat. I keep saying I'm going to do that, but no. Today's is without a doubt It Must Be Love by Don Williams. It's so bouncy. Okay, I skipped my dinner clip. However, I was really busy at that time. I was delivering a cake to someone whose birthday it is. It's also one of my grandfather's birthdays, not the one who passed. And I got back home and my dad was working on my car. And the bathtub for this bathroom and the shower stall pieces for the other bathroom had been delivered, and my dad and my oldest were helping. Well, my oldest was helping. They were getting them inside the house. I really, really desperately need to work on my editing, which I did not do this evening. That lamp right here is, I guess the bulb is out. Because I know that my little UFO surge protector right there is working and on. But I have no light. So I might have to get another special IKEA bulb to make sure it's going. I did get some editing done today. Not a whole lot. Everything's been weird. Dinner was like almost a pizza flavored seasoned chicken breast, frozen from Target, baked with pizza sauce and provolone over the top of it. It was neat. And I didn't really have time for TV. I did go through a couple of USB data sticks, thumb drives, USB keys, data keys. There's so many words for the USB drive stick option. And it no longer matters to me, but
Yes, I was going through several of those because John needed one for something, like storing some games on or something like that. And I was like, fine. No TV. I'm pretty tired. My brain is a whirlwind right now. And I don't know, I might try to make an effort tomorrow to try to relax and edit. Theoretically, I don't actually have any serious commitments. I didn't have a whole lot going on today. I tried to relax. I really did try. I went to the little free pantry after I dropped my kids off. Restocked it. Went to the grocery store. Came home. Did dishes. Made baked potatoes for dinner. And I got some editing done. But clearly not enough because I am almost out of time. So I need to work on that. I plan to go to the movies in a while. Studio Ghibli, Howl's Moving Castle. I've already got tickets, but John doesn't want to go because he's doing a Twitch streaming thing, which I hope works out for him because I don't have much luck streaming. Not with these upload speeds. So, baked potato. There is a whole potato under here. I buttered the foil again, and the skins are always super tender when I do that. And it had been in the oven for hours. It's a beautiful thing. Chopped white onion, and then covered with chili, Wolf brand, no beans, and then loaded up with Mexican blend cheese. And I'm having my ice melted. This is more the orange vanilla Mio with vitamins in it, I guess. I'm gonna watch a little bit of Hyperdrive. Okay, the lighting situation in here is not great. I have stuff sitting on my floor that I still need to go through. Get picked up and packed away and put away and all that stuff. So the bulb on my lamp is out, clearly. So I pulled the bulb out because it's an IKEA lamp, so I figured I have this other bulb that should have worked because it came out of a different IKEA lamp, but it had broken. So this is the one meant for that lamp, and then this is the one that they're different sizes. Yeah, this one's too small. It's not gonna work with this. Not unless I'm gonna play with aluminum foil. I'm not burning the house down tonight. Not tonight. So, eventually, I need to go to IKEA and get the replacement bulb and maybe even take that one in with me to make sure it's the right one. Honestly. So, theater, right. Howl's Moving Castle. Studio Ghibli is well known for like the really, really good anime, the top-notch, set the standard anime films with those like stretched out periods of time where you really feel like you're waiting for a really long time, even though it's just a few seconds more than what you would normally see in any animated or regular film, I guess. Really gives you a sense of how long things take and really pausing. But like the ride on the cat bus in My Neighbor Totoro, like it just taking time. Man,
I liked the movie. I did like the movie. John had said he hadn't seen it before. Bruce says that's not correct, but then again, Bruce stays up really late when he goes to his dad's while John was asleep. So he might have watched it while John was asleep. I don't know. Good movie though. I'm really glad I got to go see it in the theater, because I don't know, there's something about it. And I'm spoiled because there's the heated recliners, giant, buckets of soda, big buckets of popcorn. I did not go all out on the popcorn. John did. That big screen though, the really big screen, the really good surround sound, nice and dark. And the pressure to keep your phone put away. I don't even properly put my phone away at church. I'm in my Darth Vader robe because I'm actually kind of cold. Got my slightly heavier blanket out and everything. I haven't quite put both big blankets on the bed, but I was like sitting there in my jammies going, why am I cold? And I remember there's 3 months of the year left, effectively. So it does kind of make sense. I gotta get up early. My dad needs the truck for going into work. He hasn't been back in the office in a while, since my mom's little TIA issue. So I've told my kids, yep, tomorrow's the best day, which means I don't have to drive. I don't have to sit there for an extra hour. They'll fuss and complain because they don't want to go on the bus. But to pick them up and drop them off, I'm waiting for twice the amount of time, because the buses pretty much run at the same speed we do. Maybe I can get a nap tomorrow. I'm hopeful. I'm having an interesting day. For starters, I put my kids on the bus this morning because my dad said last night that he was gonna go into the office, which means he would need the vehicle that I'm clearly in now. Then he did not wind up going into the office. Oops. I go into town, pick up a grocery order just now. This frozen stuff's still in the back. I turn around to leave. An elderly lady had gone to get her hair done. She went the wrong way in a portion of the parking lot, got startled, and popped over a curb with a very steep drop of a hill on the other side, inside the parking lot, and couldn't get her car to back up. That kind of stuff gets expensive fast, and of course, if you're elderly and have disabled plates, then you probably are on a fixed income, and that's probably why you are getting your hair done at the beauty school. So I'm there in this thing, this beastie, this super beast of a truck, right, with all the zombie apocalypse gear in the back that anyone could ever need. And yeah, I stopped, and there was a guy trying to help. He's like, I do this all day, but I don't have my truck with me. And I'm like, okay, well, let me see what I got in the back. And sure enough, we ruined a strap. He gave me $20. Said pass that along to my dad. And grabbed this webbing thing out, and we were sure enough able to pull the car back over this curb it was stuck on. And it still seemed to be running okay, so great. Before running out, I also had been doing some preparatory demolition work in the bathroom. cleared all the stuff out and just started going to town on any chunk of the floor that was shred. If I can tear up floor, it's not sturdy enough to stand on anyway. I can't even get this water damaged board out of the bathroom cabinet floor. So if I can pull up floor, the floor needs to be pulled up. Now I just need to get the cold stuff home, unloaded, put away, and then run back out for my kids. But didn't need to call a tow truck. Neighbors helping neighbors. And we did try to get all my dad's equipment back in the correct places. I guess we're having burgers tonight. I would really like to just sit down and watch TV, but everything's crazy. Nothing is ever slow. Not with me. Alright, I am sitting down with a double stack microwavable burger with low calorie bread, low calorie Miracle Whip, mustard, which is usually low calorie anyway, a couple of slices of American cheese, nary a vegetable in sight, and I've got some little munchy Italian cracker nugget thingies to go with, because it's dinner time. And orange vanilla vitamin water Mio stuff. I am absolutely exhausted. It's just been a lot today. My dad's not mad about that strap getting broken. The truck is fine. And then he told me that he actually has a proper towing people out of weird spots kit. But he's not sure where in the truck it is. And he was describing the spot that I was messing with, so he probably moved it to back under the back seat. So I can hear John playing video games. We're going really low effort on dinner today because everybody's getting tired. And tomorrow is going to be more minor demolition work in the bathroom. So we'll see if I can hang in there. We'll see how long I can hang in there. I'm starting to feeling the cold in the mornings because I'm not acclimated to any kind of cold. The coldest I ever want to get is just opening the fridge. So we're about to start October. I'm about to start Hyperdrive Season 2 Episode 6. Looks like. No, wait. That's the description of the one I already watched, so I guess 7. I really like this show. And probably I'll jump back into the Orville after an episode of it. That's a bit bright. So as it turns out, that was the last episode in the season. So I actually wound up finding Red Dwarf on Crackle. I watched the first couple episodes of that. Didn't watch the Orville. That's fine. Anyway, I'm up late again. I've been goofing off with different games on my phone. Just going with whatever ads I'm getting with this time if the game is highly rated. I gotta stop doing that. Anyway, yep, tomorrow is gonna be a whole lot of fun. Get my kids to school. Work on whatever I can work on. Get my kids home. All sorted out and off to their dads at the right time. And then rip everything out of the bathroom, I guess. My dad sent me a video on how this guy replaces a mobile home bathtub. It was that was neat. I'll try to remember the channel up here. I can't remember what it's called this time, but that was helpful. He very clearly went step by step through his whole process
And it looks like I'm going to have a little hatch next to my closet door. Because that's how we get to those pipes. So that's going to be awful. I tried to compensate for the lack of light back here, this lamp, and it's awful. It's awful. Morning comes early. I had planned to do a whole lot more demolition stuff today. I wound up making some apple cinnamon pancakes, like applesauce, and using fake sweeteners, and it was really, really good. And then I took a nap. I haven't accomplished baloney. Although I did crawl through like the back of this massive tool collection my dad calls a truck, trying to find an oscillating tool, oscillating saw, cutter, something. I don't know. The blade goes like this and cuts, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find what was it? Anything to really get this board out of the bottom of this sink cabinet to try to start taking things apart. But my dad's taking off next week, so we're gonna demolish and reinstall all the stuff. This is good. Just thinking about it is making my headache worse. I got pizzas in the oven. Throw my kids through their usual get washed up and take you to dad's. And pizza, yeah. And then we'll we're gonna rip out the bathtub. We're gonna cut a hole in my bedroom wall to access the stuff underneath the tub that we gotta do. That'll be fun, but we'll get it done. It's a lot. I really needed that nap. I really did. Pizza time and helping with homework. I stopped at a gas station to finish filling up the truck, and also to grab a beer because I'm going to be doing Sober October starting tomorrow. I'm trying to block this guy out because I don't want to be rude. But this guy's got some kind of windowless trailer he's pulling. That is definitely your standard kind of door handle with a deadbolt and everything. And there's like hatches and stuff all over this. And levelers and a place to put gasoline, and it's like an RV trailer. This isn't like any toy hauler I've ever seen. This thing looks like a camper, but like he's transporting vampires or something because there's no windows. This would be perfect. Oh, I have to blur this out. This would be perfect to write into a vampire novel. Vampire transport professionals. My gosh. Oh, the company is by PJ Trailers. I may have to look this up later. This thing looks awesome. Yeah, there's a ladder to the roof and everything. He had to block the whole side of the parking lot to get this thing in there because he's not filling up his truck, he's filling up the trailer. Looked to be a bumper hauler as opposed to a fifth wheel. Crazy. Okay, it's 14 degrees, but it's supposed to get down to 12 degrees tonight, and this being Texas and my R9 insulation, by the way, like the lowest I could find years ago was R11. Nowadays it's R13. This house is not well insulated.
and I am not acclimated to the cold. I actually got my radiator heater out and plugged it in. I don't feel bad about that at all, but it's also way too early for me to put the cardboard on my air conditioner to stop air from coming in and out, because I'm still gonna need air conditioner for a bit in the middle of the day. I really thought we'd be pulling the tub out this evening, but we did not get around to it. I guess since it's after midnight, that counts as October, so it's gonna be a long month probably. I didn't get a lot of editing done, but I did get a YouTube short uploaded explaining what's going on. I have some really weird tastes, so if I am drinking something very, very interesting just to keep myself entertained, there's going to be YouTube shorts. They're a minute long. I should be able to manage one a day while I'm catching up on oh, who am I kidding? The last video covered what, September 3rd. Now it's technically it's after midnight. It's October 1st. I'm way behind. I've been goofing off and playing games in between getting some stuff done, and also listening to a Vsauce video about are people actually aging slower, which I guess kind of they are, but also there are other factors. And he was just getting into this thing about being able to predict people's names by what their face looks like. I've never really felt like a Sarah, and I'm actually not a fan of the name. Especially with that whole is there an H, is there not an H thing. Irritates the living daylights out of me. I gotta get some sleep. I'm sitting here slowly taking my bathroom apart. This is how my morning's been going. I did manage I managed coffee and a piece of toast for breakfast. I'm on my second cup of coffee. I'm slowly but surely getting there, but y'all never buy a mobile home. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. So this drip has been driving me up the wall, and of course it fell off. I'm trying to keep from slipping around in the bathtub while I was prying off the trim. The trim is gonna... I don't know if the trim's reusable. And then I got these suckers. This is the last one. This is a little metal clip that holds the edge of the tub in place, and then a piece of trim goes over it. It gets caulked to the walls, make sure water flows down. Anyway, this bathtub should soon be out of the way by people stronger than me. There are similar little plastic clips holding the little plastic sink in place on the tiny bit of counter, and I'm going to have to take those out as well. That'll be fun. That's the last one. Thank goodness. Gross. This is where I've ripped out chunks of the floor by hand. And down there you can actually see daylight from under the house. And even the pipes that my dad picked up for trying to fix all this stuff. And I really thought this would be empty since my dad shut the water off. Which means we still have a leak. And up underneath here, plastic sink with little clips. I'm sitting here having an ice cream break. We've moved stuff because we need an access panel in this wall. So I'm looking at like HomeDepot.com, Lowe's.com, just trying to find some information on prefabricated access panels that you can just cut a hole and pop them in, basically. And there's one, it was like ABS, which logically, now that I think about it, it's basically a type of plastic. But now my brain immediately went, why does an access panel need anti-lock brake system? So maybe I'm a little bit tired. This is actually oat milk strawberry fake ice cream. I had a baked potato for lunch. Everything's crazy and going super slow, much slower than I anticipated, and I'm really tired. I almost have a weekly video edited. I've got a few more things to do to it. But I just spent like it feels like three hours with my dad at 2 different hardware stores, dropping about $700 in stuff needed for the bathroom renovation. The super important, ultra expensive bathroom renovation. Holy dang. Got a Diet Dr. Pepper out of it though. Can't complain about that. People who don't like Dr. Pepper generally are of the opinion that it's too sweet. That's fine. What am I gonna watch? I need to watch something. I need to shut my brain off for a bit. I'm pretty sure I finished Hyperdrive. It's dinner time. Finally. Diet bread, shredded beef, barbecue fixings, American cheese, dill pickle spear, and 2 types of potato salad. I have a theory that we buy the home style because we often forget whether it's the mustard potato salad or the home style potato salad that tastes better, and so we get both. It's the mustard potato salad that tastes better. I don't know that anybody would notice if I stopped getting the home style version. I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood for a documentary. That'll work. Okay, I did not manage to finish up my video. I've been binge watching the Orville. Yeah. I did not wind up watching a documentary. I'm really tired. Partly from everything we got done in the bathroom. Well, everything I got done in the bathroom. And following my dad around in the hardware stores and helping him put plywood into the truck. Wow, that stuff is heavy and expensive. Plywood should not be this expensive. What happened? So I've got church in the morning. They need my help with technical fun stuff, and I did what I could with the half pulled out tub and tried to get my hair washed because it was looking a little dingy, being covered up under a little, headband type cloth will certainly not do me any favors, making it look flat and greasy when it's really just well conditioned. Also the twirling doesn't help, mostly on this side. It always looks like longer on this side. It's because I play with it. Bad habit. It's gonna be a really long week next week, but at least I'm on track to get a video uploaded tomorrow. That'd be good. Thanks for sharing my week with me.